Okay. Last class we were doing something. Last class we were doing something about Power BI. So that's what we'll be starting today. So let me launch it. Power BI. So yeah, this is the landing page. When you open Power BI, this is the landing page. I think I've explained the interface of Power BI to us the other day. So because we don't want to choose any of these, we don't want to load any data into our Power BI right now. So we want to click on blank report here. So I think I've explained this interface to us the last time we met. So let me just cancel this one. So in case you were not here last week, so I just want to run through what we did the last time. So we said we have different type of panes here. We have the data pane, we have visualization pane, we have the filter pane, and I said we can also add more to this pane. We have our selection pane, bookmark pane, then we have performance analyzer and filter pane. So also here we can create more pages as much as we want. Then I said something about the desktop view and the mobile layout view. Also, I said something about our view here, the report view, we have the table view, we have the model view here also. Also, we have different tabs, just like what we were doing in Excel. We have the home tab, insert tab, modeling, view, optimize, and help tab. So these are majorly the basic things we'll be using in Excel in Power BI. So today um, we want to start with loading data set into Power BI. So the first thing is I'm guessing my data set will be CSV. I think I know my data set is CSV. So I want to go to my home tab, then go to my get data. So we actually have the data section here, right? You have different sources of data, right? But in this case, my data set is in XV format. So I don't want to click this Excel workbook, no one lake, no SQL, no um enter data, right? So the thing is, my data is in CSV. So I want to click on this drop down, click on this text or CSV, right? So let's say I want to load in this four data set. Now let's load in this four data set. Let's look at what's there. Now I've loaded it, it's loading. Okay. The first thing we see something like a preview of what we are about to load into Power BI. So it is asking me, do I want to load it directly? That is, I'm assuming this data set is clean already, but I actually don't know if it is clean or if it is not clean. So I will go forward, transform data. Remember, the first step of data analysis is what is loading the data. The second step is what transforming data, which is data cleaning. I want to click on transforming data, and it will actually send me to Power Query. So now, welcome to Power Query. We've actually said a lot about Power Query when we were treating Excel. So also, I will do a little bit of data cleaning here, and you will see how we do data cleaning here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to look at this. I want to, in case you are not familiar with it, the last time we met. So we have different tabs here. We have the home tab, we have the transform tab, we have the add column tab, we have the view tab, we have tools, we have help tab, right? So the first thing is, let's say we have all these tabs, and this Power Query editor is for data transformation, like data cleaning. It's very easy. And let's start. How do we clean data sets? We clean data sets by going through going from column to column, right? So the first thing is case ID. Obviously, ID card, ID number, serial number, they are just like matric number. You really cannot denote anything. You can't say maybe the person with the matric number 211419 will be the best students in the class. So you really can't do anything with ID, serial number and stuff. So it is actually okay if you delete it, but in case you are working with data sets and you are warned not to delete it, so you don't want to delete it, then in this case I'll just click on delete on my keyboard and that place is gone. So the next thing is I have my report date, right? So this is a date, and if you look at this, I can see my data type here. You can see we have something like calendar here. So if I actually click this drop down here, so let's say, where is it? Okay, this one. So I can see it is actually, it means what? It means date. So that means this is a date data type. Now there is a lot I can do with my date. Now let's say, what are we trying to work on? We are working on what? Pivot data sets. So we are working on core data sets, right? So if I should click on this drop down, let's look at this. We have 2023. So I'm trying to look. Let's see, list may be incomplete. So let's load now. So I'm trying to check if we have only for 2023 or we have more than 2023. I think it is only 2023, right? So I can see 1231, that's December 31. Then we have 1123. That means that is just like a year court case. So there's actually a lot we can do with it. Assuming it is not a year, I could have said I want to look at um the the trend line, how fraud has progressed over the years or how declined over the years, or just the trend of fraud over the years. I could have done that. So in this case, because it is actually a month thing, so I want to separate out my month there. So I'll click on this, right? I'll click on this report page header. So what am I trying to say? I want to separate out this month, but now you can see that this is where the month is. The 12, 9, the first letter or the first number there is a month, signifies the month because you don't have 18 as our day as our month. So you already know that okay, this is month, day, year. That's the format of the date here. So now the first thing is I want to split these values here. So I can go to let's look at everything here. I'm trying to split a value there. Then I can't see anything there, right? I can't see what I'm trying to do here. So that's why I would go to my transform tab. You look through it, it is written in English, so you can easily see through it. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to split column. Can we see? Or we can see we have extract also. And let's click on this extract. It is asking what type of character we have. First character. We can actually use split column also because you want to split the column, but I want to show this case. So it is asking me how many character do you want to split? If assuming I want to split just one character, but remember they can be months that have more than just one character. So I don't want to like December, all this one are 10. So that they are not consistent. So I don't want to use extract again. Let's split column by delimiter. Obviously, what's my delimiter in this case? That's the this class, right? So it is asking you what type of delimiter do you want? So you want to click on custom, then you want to write our slash. Now it is asking me why is it leftmost delimiter? What is it of leftmost? Now to my left here, that is to my left here, you can see that is it will separate one, it will separate all the values it sees before the before the first delimiter here, then return the rest, right? So which is what we actually want there. So I want to do something like that. Let me on this printer. So let's click on OK. It's loading. So we can see we have report date 1, report date 2. So you can just change this one to what? To month. To month. So, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do something. Okay, this is what I want. Let's look at add column. Then we can actually use our dates. right? So I think I've separated the dates. I've shown you one way to separate the date. So I just remember this one also. So you can actually use our date. Let's go there. Let's separate our months here. So we want to separate so let's see. So we should have our months here. The same thing. It's just the same way as I've done it the other time. So yeah. So let's look at the first column again. Let's go back. So we have our date here. So investigation date. So we have our report date here. We have investigation date. You can do the same for investigation date. Or we can do something like you want to know how many days if I use report, how many days do they take to investigate? So okay. Let's just move on. I don't think I'll actually use that one in any analysis. So now let's look at this report type. Let's look at the drop down. So let's load more. So I think we have now let's look at this. We have ATM scheming. We have ATM scheming. We have one transfer fraud. Okay. So in a way, everything here you can see. Let's look at this case, right? This is very because this ATM scheming should actually be one. That is, we do not have different type of ATM scheming. We have bank transfer fraud. We have bank transfer fraud. This information should be one. So what's the effect of or what is the significance of repeating values. Now let's say these boys and girls, right? We have two gender in our school. So we have boys, male, females, girls, right? So we expect the female and girl to be just a gender, right? Then boys and male to be a gender. So now imagine they are saying, oh, we have 55 boys, we have 20 males, we have 55 girls, 20 females. It doesn't even make sense. In a way, just sum them up and give them a common value. So that's the same thing here. So if I should not claim this ATM scheming and ATM scheming if all the port case of by ATM or through ATM scheming is let's say 1,000. So the first one will be maybe like 700. The second one will be 300 instead of summing them up. So that's actually a technical error. Sorry, analytical error, and you have to correct that. So in this case, you can't see anything that's different um between the spellings, right? So I'm guessing it is a trailing spaces. So what's the meaning of trailing spaces? Maybe this ATM scheming now is actually supposed to be ATM scheming, but there is a space after this one. Maybe there is no space after this one. So how do we solve this type of problem? So we click on fourth type, the column header here, and let's go and look for where to trim. So where is it? Let's look for it together. It should be somewhere around there. Trim, 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 trim. Um, um, okay, we have trim here. So this trim, it will remove all the spaces there. Now let's trim. So now let's click our drop down again. So can we see? Let's load more. So can we see we've reduced ATM skimming, we've reduced it to one. So basically what I've just done here is something like this. Let me open
I don't want to make
yeah, thank class. What you want to do? Do you need me to stand up? Okay. I want to explain what I've just done, right? So what I've just done is something like this. Let's say this sweeping, sweeping. So can you see where the cursor ends? So we have this one, so sweeping. So even though they are the same thing, let me write it here. So even though they are the same thing, but this one has some dwelling space. I think there are some extra space there. So if I should leave this one now, both of them are not the same thing because this one is regarded as maybe like 7 letters word, while this one is regarded like maybe 10 letters word, right? So those are the difference between the two. That's the difference between the two. So that's why we trimmed it uh just to clean those dwelling space. Right. So the next thing is what? Let's go to state. So we have Abuja, we have Kano, then we have Lagos, 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 Lagos. And this Lagos should be one. So we want to replace we have Lagos with all capitals, we have Lagos all in small letters. So let's replace that one. So click on this Lagos. Then we want to replace Abi. So let's look for where we have replace. So we have replace values here. So under my transform tab, so what are we trying to do? We have LAGOS, that is the one with all capital, replace it with what? With the normal case, that's Lagos. So click the header again. So once replace value, click on the replace value. Then the all small letter Lagos, replace it with what? The normal Lagos. So click on OK. So let's look at the drop down now. So can we see we have three country here. I'm sorry, three states here, which is good. Okay. Now let's look at the fraud amount. Let's look at the fraud amount here. So we have can we see we have something like normally we have numbers here. Then we have NGN, which signifies naira. So because they are not consistent, not everything has NGN. So I want to remove that NGN from there, whatever. So let's remove NGN there. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to split, right? I'm trying to split um this column. That is, I want to remove anywhere we have space, any number or any alphabet after the first space. What is not space? That is empty values. So you can see this one 44096. This space, there is no value there, so obviously no value will be returned here. But after this space, because there is value here, I want to remove ngn. I want to remove space here. So you will go to split column. We have our split column under our transform column. So we are splitting this column by delimiter, which is space. So in this case, it's space. So it is asking me if it is each occurrence of the delimiter or leftmost. So is it leftmost? Is it rightmost? So that would be, let's just say let's move. So that should work. So let's separate it. So we can see we have word amounts. Then we have 1, 2, 3, signifying that everything in this column now is now a whole number. So this ngn, we don't need this, right? So we can just delete it. We can delete this one by clicking delete on your keyboard. So now we have our transaction date also. So these things are now actually consistent. So we have 5th May 2023, which is the same thing as this. No, 5th May 2023. That's 5/5. TV. Yes, now that's 5/5 2023. At least wherever you see May, let me load everything. Let me see. Okay. Wherever you see May, 5th May 2023. Okay. So let's do something like transform 5th May. Let me see how it is being written. 5th May 2023. So when we have something like 5th May 2023, right? You want to replace it with something like this. 5/5/5. Right.
So your
Let's
screen is
click
not
on
straight.
OK. Oh my goodness. Please, if you cannot see my screen, can you signify? Yes. Okay, I guess it's your network.
You
Okay. So we want to click on ABC. Let's change this one to date. So yeah, we've cleaned down also. So we have our case status. So now let's click on this drop down. So it does not look like anything is wrong with it, right? Okay. So let's move on. We have our investigation outcome. So we have not recovered funds. So the same thing here, we have recovered funds in different alphabetical case, to this one, compared to this one, compared to this one. So we want to replace that one also. So we have recover funds, all in small letter, right? Then we have the one with Z at the end of it. Now let's replace that one. Okay. So replace value, recovered funds, recovered funds. What do you want to change it to? Let me just copy it. I think I'm already present on it. Let me just copy it. So so let me copy this. Control C. So let's do replace again. So let me copy it. Okay. Now let's click on the drop down here. So let's see. So we have something is still missing. We have not recovered and recover funds. We have recover funds, covered funds. Okay. So now let's click on that one again. Okay. So we have recovered funds. With a Z. Right? Okay. Now let's click on the drop down. So we have recovered fund or non recovered. Okay, that's fine. So let's click on the drop down here. So we have no, yes, yes. So the same thing. We do the same thing. Oh God. This data clean is actually like that. Um okay. So we have yes. Sorry. I think we have yes. Yeah, yes. Click on okay. So the same thing for no. So let's click on the drop down again. Okay, we have no in small letter, all in small letter, right? So let's click on this. Then let's go to our replace value here. So we want to all in small letter, replace with our normal case. This is our sentence case, no. So let's click on OK. Let's click on that drop down. So yeah, that's good. So let's move on. The detection method, we have this good, this looks good. Okay. Victim ID, that's just ID. We have our age. Let's see gender. We have male and female. Let's see state. Is there anything wrong with state? It looks clean. Right. Let's see occupation. We have the blank. We have civil servants. We have engineer, students, trader. Looks good. Amount lost. We have the currency, which is naira. We have our word method. Let's look at that. I'm supposed to click this drop down. So I think that was actually looking good. Let's wait more. Let's see. Is there any problem? Anyway. So let's look at how detected. Looks good also. So, what else can we look at here? So let's look at this. No, yes, and then our month here. So we can do something here in this age. Where is the age? I said this age group. Something like age. So I can actually go to my home tab, then go to my choose column. What column am I trying to choose? I want to choose age column because I'm finding it hard to see. I'm not selecting our column. I want to see the age. Where is the age here? So I want to see this one. So click on OK. So this is the age. So now I can say, yeah, I can do something like add column, then go to my conditional column. But before then, I want to look at victim age, right? I want to look at people that are prone to scamming. So let me just click on load more. I want to see the range of the age. We have from 18 to 69. So I can just do something like conditional column, right? So let's just call this one age group, right? So conditional column victim age when it is less than or equals to 18 to let's say 13. So let's say Gen Z. You can write anything out on just that. Yeah. So add clause, victim age is less than or equals to 15. That should be millennial. So else, that is, if you are not Gen Z, you are not millennial, then it should be elder. Just elders. And click on OK. So let's go back to our home tab. Click on choose column. Choose column. So what's happening? Okay, I've removed other columns here. No, I'm not supposed to. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So let's do that again. Victim age. Let's click on that. Let's go to add column, conditional column. So the same thing. Let's do age group. Right. So victim age equals now is less than or equals to 30. So let's do Gen Z. So add clause. We have our victim age less than or equals to 50.
This one really bring like really better. What is
Okay, we have our age group here. So I just want to change this one to ABC. That's text. Okay, alright. I think we have done cleaning the data. So that's not actually planned for today. I was actually trying to teach about Power Query and Power BI, but yeah, that's how to clean data. So after you are done, you want to click on close and apply. So it is actually advisable that when you want to load data set into your Power BI, so I actually don't know the data set is getting. It is loading. I don't know the data set is loading. It's dirty, which is why I just said, okay, let's transform it a little bit. Let's look at it. So when I checked it, you can see we spent almost 30 minutes just cleaning this data set. Imagine a professional spending 30 minutes to clean the data set. Now imagine what someone just starting with you. which the time it will take. Okay, so data cleaning can be time wasting actually. So now that we've resumed our data set here, so the first thing is we want to start wireframing. I think by now we already know what wireframe means. So now let's start wireframing. So the first thing is I want to I want to insert some shape here. So you click on this shape. Let's say I want to do something like this. So this okay. It's asking for email address, but yeah, we'll still talk about that later. When you are working on your workspace, you want to keep it as neat as possible. It is asking we can see our pane here. The filter pane is open, the format shape is open, the data pane is open. Right. So let's collapse everything because we're not working with them. So because we are our major focus now is what fire pane. So now let's try to do something like this. Okay. So let's click on this format data, right? Okay. So once you format this shape, like we want to use another color and stuff, right? We want to click on format shape here. So let's look at the shape. Do you want it rectangle? Yes, I want it as a rectangle. We can see we have different types of shape here. But I actually want it as a rectangle. Don't want any rounded corner now. So you collapse this drop down. Rotation, do you want any rotation with your rectangle now? Style, what style? We can see we have something like fill here. So you can see we have on. If I should off this one, can you see? Um, it is it is there's no color there, right? So I want to on it. But what type of color I want to use? I want to use a blue color, right? So now let's go to online. Let's go online. So let's say blue X code, blue X code. Right. So let's search for that. So let's search for images. So I like this one. Like um, I just as for now, let's go to
I don't have to hear about it. You know, it's good to know it from you.
sorry. I don't see the X code of the color I want. Is OD1433. OD1433. Let's click on this. Let's click on. Let's just click on OD1433. OD1433. So, I don't know. No, no. This stuff not correct. It's coming from. Okay, it's sorry. I think I was the one I was thinking. Sorry. So do we want border? No. So let's just be fast now. Right. So I want to go to my start again, do another shape here. So I want a rounded rectangle now. So let's just do something like this. So why this thing keep coming? I said earlier that we really don't have a standard for doing so these two round for me, right? So let's click on this. So the first thing is shape. So we have our rounded corner. The rounded corner is too high for me. So I want to reduce it.
I have to go. You can read it already.
Okay. So this is better, right?
I think it's okay, now one.
Okay. So now let's go for instead of blue. Let's go for grey. So 80, 80, 80, 80. So so 80.
Because you can see, I think that is
Okay, that's good.
what is good.
So yeah, let's out the data set. The border.
That's the one thing we are doing more. Sorry, double. Why do you come out?
I'm gonna go color. Okay. Now let's
Why you come out to the end of command? You just think we did because you know the same thing. What's up? I think we don't fix that too. Okay, no example.
okay.
All right.
So now let's do control D.
Is it going up? The grid. No, like is it going up? Is it going up?
Okay.
Not going up. You think it's going up? Is it going up?
It is
Not
going
going up.
it is going up.
It's just going up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not going up.
Okay. So sorry for the distraction. So now let's just click on shape. Do another KPIs there.
Yeah, not bad. That's how we do it. Oh, more of it. Okay. Good. Is that not the same control? The control is okay now. The control is the issue now. But don't think about my God. Does the new control not come? Let's take the control. I need to get the it is not good thing for that one thing tomorrow. Take it. Tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, that's part of that. I think it's why. I think life people are let's that there is no excuse.
Okay. Yeah, okay, let's do control C. Um, sorry. So I'm doing Control C, Control V. That's Control C for paste.
At the end, longer than the previous. Same. My only issue is just that this one, the art is more balanced now. So you get, like the other one, and so it is only very important. But look at the day, look at the thing first. Let's see. We talk for the first. You know, balance. Okay, so okay, so you report, yeah.
So I'm not adding my I'm not adding my email address because this laptop is not mine. So which is why it keeps popping up now and then. I can't just add my own email there.
Last, down because I'm not using the email to other things. It's not strong as I think about. Generally, no. Remember to my do so you don't. It is right. Command do so is. Wow, the reason why is shaking like this because like I don't know if you guys want to remember it for this answer. I'm getting around down like the longer you dance, like the only way to know it right once it becomes stable. Never you get yeah. I think I come here.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you ready? You know about four like but I don't know. But what's better than yeah, better than I'm not considering. But I'm not about to look against. Remember, it was a talk. Oh, my God, yes. Yes. And then, but most of, and then, but most of it, he goes to the last, but most of them are the last. At the end, he basically found that he get a good. The thing is that the moment Tabane find it, they said, down here.
Okay, so we just had 6 boxes here, right? I'm already tired, getting tired. So do we have any question? That's what we'll be stopping today. So to the next class, what we'll be doing is we'll be adding our charts here. Then we will do analysis. Then we'll add our charts here. Then we also do some advanced thing by adding filters and all. So then we'll conclude our Power BI. Power BI is basically simple. especially when you know Power Query, data cleaning. The next thing is us formatting our charts. We already know how the wireframe will go. So we just need to do the wireframe the same thing, the same way we did our Excel wireframe. So add like 6 boxes inside here, add filter here, add our slide, our KPIs here, then our topic will be here. So we add some buttons and stuff here. So that's what we want to do for this KPI. So do we have any question, or maybe we do not understand any step of thing, anything I've done here? Do you understand? Can you reply with a thumbs up if you do understand? Anyone?
New dispensation.
Okay, no wala. We meet next class. Thank you so much.
Beginning check that's okay.
Bye.
Tomorrow. You come back.